Another friend. Another friend. Another friend.
Goblin noises.
Yo, Gee Pip, sprinkle tinkle winky. This is your little fucking goblin speaking. Get ready for the goblin fuck. Spencer, this is real. Gorgy, goblin, real goblins, look into my eyeball. Moonstone punk clunk, yup, copy.
And welcome back to the LBLCS. I'm your host, Buggleberry Finn, and I'm joined by the Mighty Fool. Even though it's supposed to be joined by more than just the Mighty Fool, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm in. Am I a dingus or am I the Mighty Fool?
You are indeed the Mighty Fool.
Alright. I don't know about that other guy.
No
that's
Necro
something
Goblin,
to
although Magic Spider, Luffy, no lie, Magic Spider kind of goes super hard.
Wait, is that what? Have I not heard that one?
We're just talking about Necro Goblin songs.
Alright, gotcha. I'm out of the loop, it's fine. Cool. Like, we're getting rolling here, man. These guys are quick.
They are quick.
You
They're
got
kinda
a
super
banger matchup, dude, for the first game. You got Sammy Two Slap and Funny Dud in the same lobby.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Wait, are they same team though? No.
No, I don't think so. It doesn't
Oh,
look
okay,
like
that was
shit.
gonna be. I was saying they're both supports, right? So it'd be really hard. It'd go really well, I think.
They go crazy in concert. Saw them with Dragon Force and Death Clock. Okay.
Hell yeah, dude.
They're like some goblin metal thing I'm not aware of that's going on here.
Yeah, this is like Goblin Metal talk. You'll get it later.
Yeah, gotcha. I'm looking this up right now.
We actually have a pretty banger matchup tonight. We've got the returning champions, if you were here last season for Economy, versus ex-teammates of the returning champions. FBI coming in this time. Also, FBI versus the Outlaws, a little bit of you know, extra fun nameage right there.
Yeah, it's like the cops. Like this is like Droxer's favorite team, actually.
Cops and the bad guys. It's kind of what's going on right here.
Yeah,
Kind of like me versus Droxers. Kind of what it's like.
I want to see, like, there's got to be some characters on a team that's called Funny Business Investors, though.
Yeah, I mean, Funny Dud 99's on there. Baba Ajam. I'm gonna go with Baba Ajam. Baba Ajam.
I think it's like a long A. It's like Baba Jam.
Baba Ajam. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I like Baba Ajam. Torden, Bridge Painter. It's got me feeling all different types of ways with that name. Verdict. Oh, hang on. Ash being picked up here as we see 6 bans already on all of it.
That was wicked fast.
That was wicked fast. They knew exactly what they want to get rid of. They did get rid of the Taric from Sammy. They also got rid of his Zyra, leaving up his Nautilus, leaving up his Karma, taking away the Caitlyn from Dechamp.
Does Sammy flex that Ash? Is that like a guaranteed 80 pick?
I do think that's on Dechamp. I'm going to say that that's based on what I've looked at when I looked at these guys' different preferred ADCs. We're probably looking at a champ on the Ash. They're going to spawn with the Ezreal Leona. I like the engage on the Leona. See what they choose to combat that with here.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. Ezreal, a good champion into the Ash, a lot harder to pin down with that arrow. And then Leona punishes the lack of mobility, so leaves kind of the draft pretty open, very versatile as a bot lane, but also good into what we already see. Lilia being hovered here. It's another interesting one where, like, back, 2 seasons ago, that was a flex pick to top. I don't think it is as much anymore. It's still really, really good with the double burn items that are in the game.
Yeah, Lilia's going to be really strong into this. It's also going to give them some hard speed, hard to lock down. Going to be annoying for Leona to try to target that. The Ash, super easy, though, for Leona to get all over. So they're going to need either a little bit of peel or just the full engage with the Ash to follow it up. Looks like they're going to pick the Tristana up for the mid.
Okay, actual possibility as well is that it is a support Ash flex.
True.
But I have a strong feeling that that's just a blind Trist mid. We'll see what the plan is.
I think the reason they picked it is because of the flex possibility too. Like, this is technically a 3-way flex right now, right? They could be swapping Ash to that support lane, support position, put Dechamp on the Tristana, as well as just give Shu the Tristana here. Vi is getting picked up. They're saying, we don't give a shit who's going where. We're locking you down. Leona, Vi.
They said 280 carries. Okay, we'll just pick more stuns. That's all we need. And I love that kind of game plan, especially because whatever funny business the Outlaws are trying to come up with here, FBI now has the lockdown.
Nice. Yeah, they're going to be locking them down, but they're also going to be taking away some champions right now. The first takeaway probably is going to have to be a top laner. It's going to be the Camille, because that's the only lane probably not picked up right now.
Yeah,
All right,
and
I've got
like
20 in the chat. I've got 20 seconds in the chat.
Gotcha, okay. Yeah, I like the Camille ban. That's a slippery champion. I also think this is brave from Outlaws if they haven't picked Sammy's champion, because there are 2 bans, well now 1, available to continue to target that support pool. And maybe Sammy's not comfortable on the Ash. Maybe that's not a pick that he really wants to be on, especially against this much lockdown. We'll see what they end up going for. We will see one more red pick after this series of bans. Pantheon being taken away. I think that's just going to be a top lane idea. Definitely annoying when you have those top lane champions that aren't super meta, but just have so much like one trick ability and ways to punish you in the lane. The remainder of the band's actually all going top lane, it looks like. Jax and Mordekaiser as well. And I'm getting the vibe that these are 2 split push oriented top laners, given the bans that we see.
4 bans basically taken away from the top lane. You could argue that Pantheon mid-pick, right, as well. It does have significant lockdown as well as roaming potential, but in the end, it's going to be 4 top laners really taken away. Orianna going to be picked up. Great ball delivery system with the Vi, with the Leona here, and a little bit of peel if they pick Engage here for the Outlaws. They are going to finish out their comp in just a few seconds.
Classic bridge painter right there. No, I agree. I think that's another champion that can kind of weather the storm if they try to go in, but also providing that kind of it brings together the team fight. That Ori ultimate on top of the lockdown can really make or break these fights.
I really like the Alistar
Alis-
pickup for Sammy. This is really big for the Leona to try to go in, for the Vi to try to go in. Either headbutt them away or knock them up, push them under tower. You can be really tanky meatball in front of your 3 damage dealers right now. How do you round out this comp? I'm thinking you can actually do anything you want. You have the AP from Lilia, so you have some
I like an
freedom.
AP top. Yeah, I like a Gwen blind or maybe like a Gragas if they play that. Set I don't like as much, but there are a lot of tanks.
This is a peel pick. This is saying, Set, you're going to have fun up in the top lane. You can probably deal with whatever they throw at you here. But your main job is when Vi comes in, when Leona comes in. If Alistar can't do it, you got to get us out of trouble. Because you have the face breaker and you have your ultimate.
Yeah, and I'll say as well, the Alistar is a great like front-loaded engager, but Set does give you that like second line of defense, and also an alternative source of engage. Renekton though I think is going to be a decent matchup there.
Yeah, the Empowered W can cut through the Haymaker shield, so it's going to be really intense if it can pull that combo off, try to look for a big kill early on.
Absolutely, and I'm going to say I love this Alistar pick because this is one of those things that we see in some pro play games, but it's not super popular in solo queue. So it's one of those things that like in organized fives gameplay, it can be super good. But we'll have to see that execution from Sammy here.
You do also have the Slice and Dice. You can get in there with the Orianna Shockwave. You can try to cause some kind of mayhem. You do have kill potential, especially if Vi cuts down armor on anyone who's big. So, you know, there's tools to get in. There's tools to dismantle. I think if I'm playing in one of these comps, I probably want to be on... I think I personally, just me, I want to be on Outlaws because I like the job that like Set or Alistar would have, keep them off the carries. But I think the more fun comp to be on is FBIs.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the ease of execution is with FBI as well. They have a lot of go buttons. They have a lot of ability to just find these less mobile targets. Really just the Ashe is the easy one, but I think a good job mitigating that issue early on from Outlaws. I'm seeing Vert can't see the VC from Bridge Painter here.
Vert
maybe
can't see it. That's a little probably a perms permission issue. Yeah. We'll try to get someone to fix that in 1 second. Well, Mighty, why don't you regale us with the story of the last time you and Evdingus casted together and people had, you know, Schmeckles on the line.
The last time we casted together, gosh, that's forever
and
ago.
Schmeckles were on the line.
I remember that. Schmeckles? I mean, I remember Evdingus falling asleep at the wheel a couple times. I don't know anything about any Schmeckles. I'm kind of Schmeckle light though right now, and you know, I could probably use like a, you know, so if anybody in the chat's gonna, you know, want to kick back up to the guy, you know, it's like I could use it.
All right. Well, that being said, I'm gonna drop in the Schmeckle bets can start. We can see the full comps now. You can't technically see where they're all going, but I don't think it's gonna be crazy surprising, right? I think these all are pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I think there's really no room for any funny business here. I'm gonna keep pulling that.
I know. You keep pulling it out. Hey, I'm not upset that you're pulling it out. It's there. I like it.
Yeah. I will say that the mid matchup's gonna be kind of snooze, but I think the bot and top matchups are spicy. So especially top. I think top is gonna be where we're looking for the action. We have the Vi early ganks as well, and I'm kind of expecting that to be a little bit ahead of what Lilia is going to be doing in the early game. So we'll keep an eye on that as well.
For sure. I also think that, you know, Leona has incredible setup, so we got to watch Funny Dot on that Leona down there in the bot lane. And I also think, like, the positioning of the champ, like, it matters so much. Sammy 2-Slap, we know because we've watched Sammy 2-Slap play a lot of seasons. The dude likes to roam. So, like, if he leaves this Ashe alone for an elongated period of time, how safe is Ashe going to be able to play? Doesn't have any, like, leaps or dashes or blinks to get out of trouble.
Yeah, and especially against Leona, where the engage comes from so far away.
Yeah.
It can be pretty difficult. So you're right, it is going to be about that positioning, but also about the placement of the waves. Sandy's going to have to be smart about when they choose to leave Dechamp alone in a lane, because you can really hurt your AD carry if you leave at the wrong time, and they're just losing XP, losing minions, because they can't safely access that wave.
Right. A couple of shout-outs right now. Mana Spirits, thank you for the follow. Ya boy, Chips Ahoy, great name. Thank you for the follow. Transfixed and Brando Slaps, thank you guys as well. If you know the deal, you can knock on the door 3 times. Check the dumpster around back. That's where Todd is serving the pancakes unlimited all night at the Denny's in Vermont. Have as many as you need and want. We'll be here until the series is over.
Todd seriously is the hookup though. Like those, it's another level, man.
Todd almost didn't dish out tonight. I know me and you were trying to mitigate that issue going on earlier, but he wasn't serving up them generated pancake codes.
No, I saw that. It's that's a bit of an issue. I think was that just like a permissions thing?
I think it's just a permissions thing again. Outlaws and FBI facing off pretty even. Oh, Outlaws just take a huge schmeckle jump up to 10K. They were the previous season champions. So can they be dethroned in week 1 by FBI?
I don't know. I'm liking FBI's chances in this game at least. I like their team comp. I think their ease of execution is there, and I know chat probably doesn't care, about this, but yeah, I got that feeling. I got in my gut, something's going on in there. It feels good.
This NX Angel player, she's a little unknown, but I think we should be a little cautious of this Lilia, and she's a little scouting ahead of time, and we're gonna see deer go fast. We're gonna see deer go fast tonight, so get ready for that.
Okay. Will we see the treasured the 5-man Lilia ult?
Will we see the treasured 5-man Lilia ult? I don't know, but I'm not gonna put any schmeckles against it. Say that right now.
Okay. This is one of those games where they might have weaker team fighting, but they have the potential to absolutely run through these fights.
Yeah.
So.
This is all about momentum, really. I mean, I know it's week 1, but this is just straight up about who can get going first with a Vi Lilia jungle here. If Vi can get off the mark, get this Renekton ahead, or get bot lane in an advantage position, that's when you're going to see these things start to change. I also think it might just be whose lanes can push faster. So Tristana having a pushing mid lane is going to be super helpful to try to get those neutral objectives with Lilia.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's going to matter as well for bot and top that it's a less clear advantage. But if Ashe and Alistar, for example, can get that push, it does free up the Alistar to do what you were saying. Sammy likes to roam, get out of the lane, give Ashe that good back timing, and allow that freedom for the support to make impact on the map. So I think we can watch that. We can be careful of what top's doing as well, because as we were saying, Vi with those early ganks can make a huge impact early on. Oh god, I see a known charlatan in the chat.
Oh dang, goblins are in the house. Clutch FG, you're 100% right. And FBI and some goblins being thrown into chat. I like that a lot. I like the goblin. I don't know if that is a goblin, more of an orc maybe when I'm looking at it.
It's an orc. They're related, They got that green skin, I feel my skin's turning a little green right now.
They're cousins. Ghoulish cousins. Dongwater, thank you for the prime sub. Drox, thank you for the prime sub. We got a sheesh in chat. Love a sheesh. Been dying for a sheesh lately.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I've been dying for a sheesh lately. God, it just makes me want to play the goblin noises for everyone again one more time. I know I shouldn't, but it's we could.
I'm just saying, it takes a minute. I'm just saying.
No, you're right. It doesn't take a minute. Let's cancel this song right now. Let's put those goblin noises back up.
Yo, Geep Hip, Sprinkle Tinkle Winky. Wait. This is your little fucking goblin speaking. Get ready for the goblin. Fuck. Spencer, this is real. Gorgy, goblin, real goblins, look into my eyeball. Moonstone punk clunk, yup, puppy.
Oh yeah. Just a minute till we're in. Here we go, Mighty Fool. All right, Mighty, where are your schmeckles? Tell me right now.
All right, I haven't put any schmeckles on this, but if I did, 'Cause I'm broke. I have nothing. Seriously, guys, I need a donation. But if I did, it would be on FBI. I'm calling it.
The artist is me, Blossom Boo. If you want the song, just DM me. I'll send it to you. Yeah, you're going FBI, huh? Oh, I never thought I'd ever put Schmeckles on Sammy, but I guess I'm gonna have to, huh?
Yeah, I've just got that feeling, you know, like it's in my gut, you know.
I just talk like putting Schmeckles on Sammy is a bad idea, but like, you know, the dude's literally won economy last season, so it was probably smart to always put Schmeckles on Sammy. Just haven't done it yet.
Are we
Probably
sure?
why I don't have a lot of
Like, are we
Schmeckles.
sure?
Hang on. We're not sure. No, nobody is sure as we're loading into game right now. Little talk of the skin game. Okay with Sammy's skin. A lot of three-name skins. Check out. Oh my God, Spirit Blossom, Spirit Blossom, Spirit Blossom's a little intense for me. The set Lilia and Tristana Spirit Blossom drop is pretty intense here.
Big problem. I'm just gonna point this out right now.
Fire off.
Absolutely no green on Outlaws. None.
That's gonna be a big ish. That's gonna be a big issue. As we are on our way. They are out of the gates right here. LBLCS alive and in action.
It's gonna be sick, dude. The Leona's riding a horse. Have you ever seen that?
That's like a Leona Rel combo. I don't think that's even allowed.
That's so not allowed. I thought it was Rel. I was extremely confused.
I thought it was Rel.
Serious, dude.
Rough Riders.
I'm not paying enough attention. Rough Riders. Got a classic standard 5-point. Both junglers are staring each other down in the mid lane. I love to see it. That's a classic Outlaws versus FBI move right there.
I'm going to drop that. I'm at 52, 53, if you need to pause for a second.
Oh, I'm ahead, yeah.
I know, you're a little ahead right there. I'm almost at 1 minute 59, and now we're at 1.
Nice, gotcha.
Bridge Painter dropping some? You know what?
Yeah,
Bridge Painter might be the big, like, I don't know, dark horse of this entire series. Even though Leona was on the horse,
it's a cool name.
It's a very cool name. The way he like throws that ball out, he kind of strokes the keyboard like a painter would a brush, and he's gonna be all over it.
And what's he painting? Like,
We
where's
don't
he even
know.
putting it? Like on the
We
bridge?
don't know.
You know,
It's
like,
season. It's first week. It's a blank canvas, Mighty. He could paint
It
any
is,
story he
dude.
wants, man.
I've got like graffiti visions, you know, like I'm seeing it, you know. I don't know. It's like all I've seen painted on bridges, to be honest.
I've seen Oh yeah, I've only seen graffiti too.
Yeah. Oh, here's some top lane action. Look at these guys.
They love punching each other up here in the top lane.
You know anything about who actually wins that, or?
I
have
mean,
no
it's
clue.
a skill matchup. If Torden can get the empowered W off on the haymaker, it's really good. But he is gonna get beat down right here early. A nice face breaker right there too, and it drops really, really low. It's level 2 gain. The flash forward, he's gonna be able to flash away. He's gonna take a tower hit. Be a massive change in pace from the top lane. No flash is available. Both junglers gonna work their way up there as well. Vi actually in a better position to push faster in the jungle right now too. They're gonna go for the kill. It's gonna be a 1-for-1 trade. No, it's not. Renekton's gonna pick up first blood in this one.
That's sick, dude. I love this. These guys just, they go at it. They're level 2. It's time to tower dive. Nobody cares. We're in there, man.
Yeah, it's game 1. I'm gonna show my physical prowess and tank 2 tower shots, baby.
Yep. Just for fun, honestly. Did he need to? Probably not.
A little bit of
Was it
handicap.
cool? Absolutely yes.
Like, he knows he needs the handicap. He's giving it to him right now. I respect it. Respect the confidence.
Yeah, I mean, best case he trades, and I think he was just so down for that. Like,
Yeah, he was all about it. He crashed a wave. He was like, I'm going to go for the kill, see if I can burn a couple of CS on this dude to get first blood. Couldn't pick it up, though. FBI with the lead. Schmeckles are on the line, don't forget.
yeah, where was the end of the poll? Where was it? Like,
It was heavily leaning
Mostly
in
Outlaws?
favor of Outlaws. Yeah, so some FBI fans pretty happy right now for game 1. Plead the
Well,
fifth
I'm
saying,
cashing in.
taking notes for top lane. Don't write those down, please. Don't write those down. You're my top laner.
no, write that down. Write that. You know, Plead would never be in that spot because he'd be playing Heimerdinger, dude.
Pirating or a Shaco or something.
Disgusting. That's not a top lane matchup, man. That's like criminal.
Big wave being crashed in right now. Actually goes underneath tower. Doesn't take too much damage as Vertical trying to get away from the high damage. Lilia and Shu dropping onto a bridge painter, almost out of mana though. As bot lane, there's also a fight. Champ dropping pretty low, gonna get knocked away. Funny Duck can't chase him in. There's the flash. The Q is going to connect. Baba Jam gonna pick up that kill as it goes to 2-0 FBI.
We're all just gonna pretend we didn't see Slammy.
I love Slammy. Whoa, hold up. Maybe a new name. Maybe a new name. Dude.
Yeah.
Slammy.
That was Slammy. Oh man.
I love it.
I'm sure the champ has some words after that one. You know, little misstep, but Baba Jam absolutely nailing some auto attacks.
Yeah,
in
Baba
the
Jam.
Final Q.
Also, that's what we talked about. Sammy being away from lane for like 2 seconds and Ashe just being caught out. They have the ability that both of them can jump in on them, just dish out a bunch of damage. Ignite was used. Sammy still has his up and both ADCs splash, so a little bit of trade of sums, but by pinging out this dragon, it's up pretty soon.
Yeah, and really good there, like you're saying, from Funny Dud, just to notice that they had that window, because it wasn't a big one.
Yeah.
And then Ezreal able to land most or all of the Qs. Very good accuracy there. Not entirely, you know, not entirely a little mishap. They played that extremely well.
I will say, Lily on a big CS lead. Actually, I just got caught up a little bit right there by getting the scuttle. Maybe looking for a bot lane right here. As they know the champ's got no flash available. They are looking.
His angle's a little awkward. Oh, Sammy sneaks that from the bush.
Bridge Painter in a little bit of trouble. Jumping in from Shu, trying to find the damage. Big pop on the bomb, but take a tower shot.
I love these tower shots, man. It's just so good.
Welcome to economy, baby.
Like, this happens in my games. So I'm playing financial this season, so.
Happens in every league. You see it in the LCS itself.
Yeah, it's way funnier when it happens there. Like, Shu, more like Shu.
Good point, yeah.
Did I read that wrong?
No, you read it right. Great reading.
It's just going to be a dragon going over to FBI. They have that pressure on the bot side. And Vert going to be in position. Interestingly, no ganks going toward this top lane. We've seen so much action up there just from the two top laners. I kind of expected a little more focus, but Trendler's both kind of opting to fight each other rather than the laners a bit more.
Funny Dud on the prowl, though. He's the one roaming around right now as they're going to catch a Lilia in the jungle, clear out some vision right here.
Yeah, and this is actually interesting. Funny Dud on the roam before Sammy. I think it kind of plays into what we were saying about the dynamics of this lane. Ezreal just so much safer, and they don't have to worry about that protection. Good buffer on the E getting out of that headbutt pulverized.
Yeah, good work. And for the most part, most of these lanes pretty even in CS now. They're able to crash a wave down here in the bottom. They're looking for that plate, but they're not going to be able to grab it on this push. Leona still lurking up by the top side.
Yeah, and I think Vi also going to be there. This looks like a 4-man. I think they're going to look just to take the grubbies, though, rather than maybe tower dive here.
Yeah, that might be the angle, too. They know they... Maker trying to clear some of this stuff right here. No way they're going to get a dive off, though.
And one of the reasons I think that they have to kind of go for stuff like this is that push that we were talking about on the mid lane. You mentioned Tristana having so much pushing power. And that is showing true, even though they are on the grubs. Tristana still having priority in mid lane.
Nice stun right there from Torden, but he does get the facebreaker onto him. The ultimate back into tower range, doing a little more damage. That's one tower hit. Can he find the rest of the damage? Haymaker's not going to do a lot, but Torden does have to back up for a moment right there.
I really like how Torden's playing this, though, holding the ultimate, just kind of baiting it. If Rufu goes deeper, that bait could pay off into a kill. No idea if I'm saying that top laner's name, by the way.
Hey, can you say it one more time? One more time for chat.
Rufu?
Rufu. Nice dodge in the Haymaker right there as Torden goes all the way behind him. Nice Q as well to heal up. Top's getting a little shaky. No one's really around to help participate in this duel, so it is just a 1v1. Obviously, Renekton a little ahead in items here.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at the spot lane, though. A little action going on as Lilia is in the vicinity. Funny gotta go for it.
Damage on the Funny Dud, dropping lower and lower to Champ. He's getting peppered by Baba Jam right now. Not gonna be able to get the E off through the ultimate, but Funny Dud looking low on health.
Very good movement there, though, and well-timed flash. Absolutely escapes with a sliver of a moment there to spare. We'll see if there's a regank. Looks like Lilia heading back toward the mid lane. Going to be seen on a ward. That's going to cue FBI's bot lane to the fact that Lilia is no longer around. Dude, this top lane is insane. What do? They just run at each other.
Flash forward, the Haymaker's gonna connect onto one of them, but there goes the ultimate from the Vi, and they are just dominating, but a nice face breaker is gonna keep Set safe for a little bit longer. Still only has that one death. He's hard to kill, man.
I no longer like Torden holding ult. Like, maybe they get a kill there. Nice gank though. Vert, I think maybe could have spaced the CC a little bit better. But I don't think it makes too much of a difference. Wooper is just very, very tanky.
Nice cut right there from Torden. Can he look for it? He can. He's going to get a double tower shot onto him. The healing passive from Set is doing God's work up in the top lane. Still only 2-0. Almost dead even in gold, though. Just because of the CS leads.
Yeah, and I was kind of expecting a little bit of like, oh, here we go.
Two-man on Divide right now. Bobbing down, trying to get here in time. A little bit of damage is coming through. Can Funny does have one. A nice arrow from S, and here comes Shu. He's going to give him the boot. Nice shockwave, though, from the Bridge Painter. Can they find themselves a stroke? They can. Up in the top lane, there is a 1-4-0, and the rest of this fight should be slow, and they walk it out. And the last bits of damage ends up being a 1-for-2 overall on the scoreboard.
Yeah, really good rotations there early on from the Outlaws. They were there to play in the enemy jungle, and Vert found out pretty quickly that that space was no longer theirs to control. Gonna be set up for this Drake, not spawned yet.
NX Angel is in position to go for it. Funny Dud trying to walk in. The Zenith Blade is not going to connect, but it is not going to matter. Vi is nearby in the vicinity. She decided to go in right now. She's going to decide to back up.
Yeah, just didn't have the vision or the backup to go for that play just yet. Funny Dud pays the price. Probably going to mean the Drake goes over as well, although we see some recalls. I think they're not keen on taking it just yet.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be. Orianna went back and got back to lane before anybody else even reset. So got that kill, now has a finish item. Yes, no boots, moving a little bit slower, but it looks like they're actually going to prioritize more Void Grubs. They're going for that right now, as Leono's going to try to clear out some vision around the Drake.
Yeah, and I honestly don't hate this play. They did, I think, get the first 3, so if they can capture all 6, that's going to be really nice for the team. And I liked what you were saying earlier. I'm starting to believe that Bridge Painter is kind of that dark horse mid laner. You know, we don't know all that much about what kind of paintings we're going to see, and so far, that Ori ult in the last fight was looking pretty nice.
Yeah, nice Torden on the wrong side. Takes a huge Haymaker, as Set doing a lot of damage, winning that trade now that he has items.
Yeah, and I think this is where it starts to get a little dicey for the Renekton, not having that ultimate and just getting out DPS'd in those trades. Set able to kind of buffer some of that damage.
This could be second Dragon. People start to converge. Lilia's pinging for the grubs. Is there going to be any disruption on this Drake, or they're going to call it a 1-for-1 trade right now?
Yeah, actually, love the positioning. They did get the push onto mid lane. Grubs being traded on the top side. Smart play from FBI, I would say.
It's going to be an Ocean Drake as well. Pretty damning Drake. Because these fights, other than really Lilia, I mean, they're going to be really explosive. Lilia, yes, you're going to have that ultimate, but she has a lot of Qs, ways to get in, constant throwing of the E. Yes, Ezreal has a little bit of peppering in, but I mean, you look at Vi, Orianna, Renekton, they want to fight. Set, Tristana, Ashe, same deal with them. So this is going to be a really important Drake, and it looks like Set's going to be able to kill Torden. Can he get the dice off? He can't. The Haymaker's going to connect.
Torden's still holding ult. A little unfortunate. Honestly, I would have believed that I could get away from that Set as well. But the ultimate really well placed. Just kind of pinning them in. And Torden does not escape.
Another friend.
I'm Choi has followed. Thanks for the follow, my dude.
Nice.
Nice.
That name seems familiar.
Choi. Choi.
Okay. Sure, dude. It's
Choi's to follow. Thanks, Troy.
I don't think you're selling this one.
I'm not selling it.
Kind of a
your
way,
boy Chips Ahoy in the chat.
Yo, Chips Ahoy and Choi coming in.
Another friend.
Chips Ahoy with Choi and The albino cow. Well, I will say everything Sammy seems to be doing is all white so far. The Zenith Blade not going to connect. Papa Jam going to find some damage on the Sammy 2-slap right there as well, but the champ going to pepper in the Ash arrows. Keep him off.
Yeah, very close to getting the champ there at the back end of that. I think Cleanse was still available, but actually choosing to just straight up flash out because the Leona was ready with the flash E to follow in.
Good dodge on that W, but the ultimate still available. If they can pin them down, it's all over. Actually, if you can just hit this, it's all over. Just got a little bit of vision and drop the ultimate. Is it going to connect? Oh!
Just missing.
Wearing those blue suede shoes, able to dance to the side right there, but the Herald is being taken right now.
That was some high APM Ash gameplay right there. That was like 300 clicks a
Ash
second.
also can connect that ultimate up to the top lane right now, and everybody's going to get shot. We need to keep him off for a couple seconds, but Lilia is the one that grabs it. There's the ultimate from Tornin. Haymaker's going to connect on a vertical. Oh my god, the damage coming out from Lilia is insane. Can Bridge Painter get one? He gets one, but can he get two? Almost. He's going to dodge. No, he's not. He'll be taken down into 1 for 3, and they pick up the Herald themselves. Sammy 2-slap going to try to hold this tower down here in the bottom, push him away. Massive pickup for NGO right there.
Nice finish from Shu. Really huge start, though, from NX Angel. You were saying that Lilia had one to watch out for, and I think I'm seeing why. The completed Liandry's absolutely demolished that fight.
Yeah, you gotta know when to fight on your champions, and Angel knows to fight when you finish that item. Also has the lucidity boots, cooldown boots. But I will say, another kill in the pocket of our Dark Horse for the series.
Yeah, and a pretty solid ult there from Bridge Painter.
Yeah.
Not really getting the damage through just yet with these items, but we see one of those in 5-10 minutes with another item completion. I think it's going to be pretty huge.
Inebriated
I am looking
Goff.
at...
Thanks for the follow.
That's a sick name.
I actually thought it said inebriated Gob, and I got so excited for 1 second. I was like, oh my god, Goblin is freaking out in chat. What's going on?
When I looked at it, I thought it said inebriated golf, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, that's like a top golf fan right there or something. What is the golf? I think I've seen, like, that means something, right?
Uh-oh. Jordan. This might mean something right here. Going in, but he's 2 levels down. He's going to get ulted back. He's going to get slammed by the set. One more auto will do it. He's going to have to burn the flash, but set has flash as well. There's the flash. Haymaker's going to find it. His ass drops the ultimate down here in the bot lane. Misses on the Papa John, who's going to try to flash away, and does. Vertical doing everything he can. Good ultimate right there, and he's going to connect. Save his life. A massive play from Bunny Gun, but can they get out of this fight unscathed? They cannot. One goes down. Nice use of the blast cone, but Shu's going to chase him with both his feet. Bridge Painter, can you get out of this one? I don't think so. Bunny Gun, I don't think so either. It looks like the Outlaws are going to sweep into FBI.
Really clean execution at the start, actually, from Baba Ajam, but they just did not have enough to take that fight. The slippery 80 carry gets caught by Shu. NX Angel doing so much damage again in the fight. And this very clean execution from Outlaws. They are starting to run away with the gold lead, getting up to about 5k here. And they do need to start rolling these objectives in. We see 2 Drakes secured for FBI. They are going to bring one back here, but not out of the woods just yet.
Yeah, they've got all 5 in this area. They're going to take the bot tower as well, so extend that gold lead almost to 6k. Looking for their first Drake of the game, and FBI are saying give it. I's going to go clear through the jungle, and they're going to get mid lane in check, because this is not something to fight for.
Yeah, and I'd kind of like to see FBI shift their focus a little bit, you know? They have been taking these fights. They've been going for the engages. And I think they have a really good team fight. But they are down some gold now, and they might just want to shift their focus to maybe playing for a couple picks and getting the farm in all 3 lanes. Just kind of collect the money for now. This is big, actually. Torden picking up the top turret as well in the back of this.
Yeah, picking up a couple punches to the face, though, too, as Sek lays into him. Be able to pick up the kill, but definitely some dominance from that set after, you know, the tower dive, the first one, we're going to ignore that. Never happened, didn't happen, we didn't see it. Someone's going to clip it, but we didn't see it. But I will say, dominance since then.
Yeah, absolutely. And I kind of like how Torden's doing this. This is exactly how I play top lane, by the way. Just
going 1-4.
You know, run it down a little bit early, and then but I get the turrets. I stay in my lane. I do my job. I'm a great top laner.
You got your tower
honestly.
first. Yeah, Torden got his tower first. I will say that. Templum, thank you for the follow. I'm a little bit worried about the CS state of jungle, though. I don't think you can give Angel, no matter the result of this game, I'm not giving Angel Lilia game 2. I'm just not doing it. I'm taking that off the table.
It's becoming very problematic, and I think the area where I'm most concerned about the gold lead kind of running away is that jungle matchup. Because Vi is having a harder and harder time finding kills on the backline, mostly due to the damage differential, and it kind of is missing for the side of FBI. But also the fact that Lilia is just, you know, for the most part, gonna be frontline in these fights and gonna be doing that damage every single time. But you don't want to ult them as Vi. You don't want to target that Lilia. So,
right.
I mean, maybe you do, but like the easy ones are obviously the AD carries.
Well, you also have the secondary job of like, you're supposed to target the ones you can kill early, but you're also supposed to be about ball delivery system for the Orianna, for Bridge Painter, who has, 2 kills on your team right now, has a little bit of gold in their pocket, can do some damage. We've seen good shockwaves come out of them. So if you can put it in even better position, you could be looking at like a real effective way to play these fights. But, down in levels now, down in CS, down in gold, the Zonya's finished on Lilia even now. Ultimately gonna pop right on to Renekton, and they're gonna chase this Croc down, dropping all the CC, never gonna be able to move, not even able to flash out, slice, but can't dice their way to freedom.
Yeah, and this is a clinical execution here from Outlaws. They are going to collect the Baron now at 20 minutes. Just finishing off the top laner, good pick from the champ. Setting up some vision, make sure they don't get stolen on here. Vi is a little bit too far away, I think, to get in on this. But Ezreal could come through, probably not coming through. Funny Dub, looking like they're gonna squeak right out of this one. It's comically late Ezreal flies across the screen.
Some people in chat, you can click down. I believe Brikachu's playing in Financial this season. If you're wondering when Brikachu is playing, when we're casting those games, that'll be based on the schedule that they create. But you can see their first week opponents, I believe, down there, and check out what group they're in inside of Financial. I believe they're on Naughty, question mark.
Yeah, whatever Naughty team. I don't think that's my group. I'm not sure. It'd be funny if I was playing that first round.
No, you're in Group D. I think they're Financial A.
Okay, so finals then.
So finally, we play them in the finals, or maybe playoffs.
Yeah.
Maybe some playoff games.
Yeah.
Speaking of teams that have made it to the finals and won, that is going to be NGO here. Although they're using a little bit different of a roster. Gordon might be in some trouble picking a fight with people that have a lot of gold.
Yeah. Oh, barely misses on Angel there. And I kind of like that look. Like, they don't have that long range pick necessarily. They don't have the Ash Arrow, but if you get one there, they had the numbers.
Ultimate can be dropped right now, and Shu is going to be the target. Can't connect that Zenith Blade though, and Vertical going to have to run the other way here.
Very measured gameplay. They know they don't have the numbers here, so they're just going to do the damage they need to get away from the fight. Like, Bridge Painter's actually doing a great job of holding the side lane. Interested to see what that second item is, though. Going for a second Lost Chapter straight away. Might be the Blackfire Torch? Is that what it's called?
It might be the Blackfire Torch, but right now Funny Dud is the one that is in trouble, trying to light the torch, saying, hey teammates, come in, help me right now. Can you get to that blast cone and get the Euthanoid blast right back into the action? Not the place you want to be. Sun doesn't rise there.
Yeah, and really clean execution.
Nice flash, face breaker, massive Assault's going to connect on 2 of them right now. Can't bring Painter get out of this. No, they can't. The Haymaker's going to connect. Vertical now taking the damage, and NGO starting to run away with it here. Shet actually might go down. Nope, the second turret shot doesn't connect. 16-5. An early lead for FBI, but the Outlaws are starting to take it back.
Yeah, and they were kind of trying to do what we were saying. Spread out on the map, collect the waves as safely as you can, but nowhere is safe against this level of pick potential. The Ash Arrow, Angel following up, and then that set coming through on top to slam down on whoever's left.
Okay, so if you've got this is a 3-game series, right? So game 1, let's say it does end this way, right? Let's say it goes the way of NGO. You're on the side of FBI. Who are you taking off of the table out of these 5 champions they've picked?
I think you were right about the Lilia 100%, but I also think Tristana has been very problematic. It's an extremely safe mid lane pick. It's also providing that push, and Shu is executing every single team fight really, really well.
Yeah.
So I think the Tristana could be a takeaway. I don't know if I like to bash on Sammy, but I don't know if you need to ban Sammy out.
He does have a really good target, kind of crazy good win rate last season, so we did see that ban. We also saw the Zyra ban drop. I'm a little bit interested. Do you think the Ashe? Do you think the set? Which one has been more influential?
I think the set. I think if your answer is this looks
Fiona gonna
scary
drop
for
their
Funny
ultimate
to
right
lose
now
to
on the two of them, but in a very difficult place to escape, especially when an Ashe is slowing you down. They are gonna chase that one out of here. Facebreaker gonna be a 1v2. A nice Ashe there is gonna connect onto him. Good use of the cleanse though. Haymaker's still gonna more than half health. Gonna dunk him onto the back line, and they're going absolutely crazy. Good shockwave from Orianna. Is gonna pick up the shutdown kill onto the Dark Horse in this combo. And Bridge Painter do a little bit more here. Thin wave coming up. I'd be able to clean it out.
Yeah, I think that answers your question. The set definitely was a.
Yeah.
I think if your answer into it is the Renekton and you can't get it to I mean, like you said, it's a skill matchup, and when skill matchups get rolling one direction, they kind of just snowball.
Yeah.
Or they at least a lot of the time they can. We saw that this game, so I think if you're gonna target a top lane champion, maybe take that set away as well.
The other thing, too, coming into this is, Sammy pretty proficient with winning, with losing, would be confident either way. Also, really used to drafting in these competitions. FBI, a little bit more new to the scene, right? So, might take a couple of games to get their footing and how they want to play these, because they started out so strong, but come that mid-game, that's when they started to falter.
Yeah, and I actually liked a lot of the ideas they had on draft. Looks like a scary spot for Funny Dud.
Yeah, the sun keeps setting, and
so
not the way
tanky.
you want it to. Good ultimate's being dropped right now, trying to do as much damage as they can before everyone arrives, but a massive 4-man knockup means that Bridge Painter's gonna be the next one to fall. 3 for 0 so far as Vertical trying to escape. Papa Jam also might be able to pick up 1 kill, and he does.
Tammy's just running at the guy. It's awesome. Triple kill coming through for the champ. Shu quietly pushing through the bot lane, trying to be unnoticed, but it looks like Baba is gonna go down there and answer. Oh,
Yeah.
it might be in some trouble actually, as Shu going for the KO. Did bomb a minion, so not really gonna happen.
Should be
And
a
yeah, it's
couple
looking
of
rough.
inhibitors, if not the game. Looks like they are going to back up here for this Baron. It's spawning in just 5 seconds. Like I said, that's the next objective. Shoot might be able to actually pick up a kill right here. Oh.
It may be overstaying.
Got the ultimate on, so they can get the Zenith Blade, they can get Renekton in the area. They got the ult, but it's not a stun. Not going to chase it down.
Yeah, a little scary, but Shu, so much mobility, had the flash available as well. Does have the TP to get to this Baron that is being started on the top side of the map by Outlaws. Spotted out by the Ezreal, they're aware.
Teleports are coming in, though. Should be secure
these
by
coming
on the
through.
bottom side of the map. And that's going to be 22-7, 2 Dragons to 2, and 2 Barons over to the Outlaws as they are pushing on the 3rd inhib up in the top lane.
And clinical execution so
Massive
far.
ult, not gonna
Even on the
connect
Drake's
right there.
nice dodge.
Nice shockwave right there. Bridge Painter doing really well on this Orianna. And they escape. Nice little dodge right here and there. Facebreaker going to come out, and yes, it does. Here's the ultimate back into the team, and they're going to take Orianna out of the equation.
Yeah, and I think, obviously the gold disadvantage is hurting a lot, but I think maybe low damage as well, just overall on the team comp. Could be kind of an issue for the FBI draft. Another thing to look at going into the next round.
Papa Jam guessing really
We're gonna
well
see
on this
how
Ezreal
they
the
choose to
entire game,
execute.
though. They're going to just dive these guys, look to end the game, and also coming out from back, and they find the damage. And here comes Tornin, though, dropping that ultimate in the middle of a fight, doing a lot of damage. Haymaker's going to blow up 2 of them. Completely out of the fight as Tristana runs them down. Papa Jam going to try to flash away. It's not going to matter. The cleanse does nothing, and it's an ace for the Outlaws.
Yeah, nicely done. They are really, really clean on this execution for the end of the game. And I just love that Sammy is so willing to throw themselves at the enemy team.
Flash
give
sombrero,
their life
shockwave looking
for
for
the
the
victory.
last minute kill, but the bridge paint has dried, and so has FBI.
Yeah. I would like to see another Orianna. I think the run back is fine. Maybe they need more damage. But like I think the execution was good.
Yeah, it was a pretty gnarly game. It started out leading FBI, and then all of a sudden NGO took over, and once they got the gold lead, they did not drop it. It took them 12 minutes to get the gold lead, but once they got it, it was never dropped.
Yeah, yeah. And honestly, it just kept growing. They did a great job of pushing those advantages. I think that's one thing that we'll see with some of the more seasoned teams in pretty much every league. It's not like solo queue these games, and the more you play them, the better you get at kind of those organized macro calls. You know.
I will also say loser's choice for side selection here. So they are going to pick the blue side. So there apparently is a first pick that they want, that they claim higher prio here.
Yeah, so it looks like they are lining up on blue. So I definitely think that's going to help them as far as the support being a contentious pick. And generally, they're going for engage.
It also
So it's
essentially
something I think you
gives
can take early.
It gives you an extra like ban if you need it, want it, share champ pool. Like you can also just have a takeaway pick of like something that was essential, maybe in their last team comp. Maybe for all we know, right, that jungler on the side, that vertical plays a lot of Lilia, and Angel took it last game, right? We're looking at what they picked last game. We actually have the logos switched now, but Nefarious took the Ashe straight away and then to Lilia Tristana. We're going to see how these drafts change coming into game 2.
Yeah, I think a shift in the bans for FBI makes sense. I honestly think that their team comp overall wasn't really too bad. They could keep a lot of elements from it. I'd like to see the top matchup change. I also think the Lilia needs to probably be taken away in some form.
Yeah, she was able to prance. She was able to prance a little too freely.
Prancing so hard. Yeah. Crazy.
Prancing all over the place. Do you think Evdingus is ever going to come into this cast?
I was really thinking, like, when we got in here and he didn't show, I was like, he's just fashionably late. He's going to show up, pretend he was here the whole time.
That's what I
just
also
start
thought.
Agreeing with stuff.
Yeah, I also thought he was going to do that.
That's what he does.
And then I also thought maybe he's watching right now, waiting until the last moment of the game. And then, like, the last moment of the last game. And then he's going to come in and be like, yeah. And then he's going to just sign off.
I think if he was watching, he wouldn't be able to resist jumping in and saying something.
You might be right.
There's no way he has the attention span to sit there and listen to the two of us talk and not be in it, you know?
Oh, you're right. He's just a pile of genes that are connected to a brain. He doesn't have a lot of control. Fast Frigmanus, thank you for the follow. Full Metal, thank you for the resub. 2 months. Week 1 hype. Love seeing Tristana mid. Well, if FBI want to take it away, they could for game 2. Shu kicked him with it last game.
Yeah, by the way, I looked up Necro Goblin, 100% remembering all of this now.
Yeah. Dude, the Magic Spider, listen to that song. I listened to that song the first time. I listened to Necro Goblin a good amount, and I listened to the Magic Spider the first time this summer. You know what? Big ups.
It's good?
Good song, dude.
All right, I'm building a little Necro Goblin playlist right now. It's going to happen.
Building a little Necro Goblin playlist right now.
Look, I'm so bored of my playlist, like for like my commute, like my car playlist. Dude, I need some fresh stuff. It's bad. Do we have like you know what? I'm not giving chat any ideas about like music channels in the LVLCS or anything.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to, get them all riled up or anything.
Yeah, not going to do that.
Definitely not going to do that. Definitely not going to send everyone that song at all. Not
how mad, how mad would like Ruffian and Praetorian be at me if I just got the community riled up about adding chat channels again?
Tristana is the first one off the table, by the way. So,
called it.
Full Metal, you're not going to see it. It was too good last game. Hawei also going to be taken off the table. I'd expect Lilia to follow here. And then, it's going to be the Zyra. They still don't want Sammy on that Zyra.
Yeah, I can respect it. It is pretty powerful with the how cheap Blackfire Torch is. Like, That item goes crazy on certain champs.
It also is like a flex. You could play that in the jungle right now too. Angel, we just saw, is pretty proficient on the Lilia, probably proficient on the Zyra as well. Seth plays LOL. Seth, thank you for the follow. Go around back, knock on the dumpster at the Denny's up in Vermont. Todd's gonna come out and hand you some pancakes. Gotta eat them on the spot. Sivir taken away from FBI.
Sivir's interesting.
Set.
Yep, okay, that's good.
Okay,
and
so
this
two.
is starting to... There's a Lilia available. Could be a pick away here.
So I was talking about, yeah, Vertical could look for the Lilia takeaway here. Ezreal, they're saying, Baba, you got to show us something else. You were somehow the highest CSing player that last game, despite us winning the game heavily. So a little bit of respect to the Ezreal and Baba here. FBI looking for the first pick.
I think Baba's Ezreal looked really good.
Yeah.
Like, very, very hard to get on top of. Dealing quite a lot of damage in the fights. That's Leona priority. Gonna be the first lock in here saying, okay, you can have the Lilia if you want it. Maybe they're cooking some new strategy that deals with the Lilia better. Interested to see, they banned the Tristana, so they're probably going to be picking a jungler into it if it is locked in here in this rotation.
Sammy complaining about Schmeckles. How dare you? I'm gonna pay out the other team now. Lilia.
Pay me.
Lilia's scary. I don't like it. We saw how scary it was last game.
I think it is scary. I think this is problems, and I'm a little unsure of. I mean, I like the Zyra ban too, but I don't know. Maybe this was the bigger problem between Lilia and Set. Ashe gonna be the other lock-in for Outlaws. They are staying consistent with their strategy. They have a win under their belts, first win of the season for them. And they don't feel like they need to change anything. No pressure. Just going to continue business as usual.
Oh,
got some wombo.
I like this pickup. I like this. They've had some good setup before. I also like this. This is really strong too into teams that are trying to come in on you, saying no, no, no. Go with the Bears.
Yeah, and I do actually like this identity of being that's insane.
They're really throwing us really quick. They're giving us like little tidbits.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we're gonna card this now. Viego.
The Karthus into the Lilia, I think, gets kind of rolled, but the Viego, I think, can do a whole lot of, especially, where we were seeing Lilia get way ahead on the farm. Viego is going to do a better job of keeping up than the Vi would.
Yeah.
So I like to see that pick. I also think it's going to be very disruptive in the team fights, which they were kind of lacking that disruption where the Vi could get on a target, but there was no follow-up. If Viego's on you, it's different. He can just kill you.
Yeah, does a lot of damage very quickly. Varus can also poke a little bit better here in these fights. Ezreal was great at it, but Varus is going to be like, I'm hitting you from so far away. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I like the Varus. I like that the team identity still isn't 100% engaged like it was last game. They have a little bit more versatility still. And we see the Alistar, so we are going to see a little more of that 100% engaged. We have an Asher and an Alistar from the Outlaws. They're banning the Renekton.
I agree. Make him play something different. We saw Torden get first blood last game. Don't forget.
That's true. Gragas is going to be banned away. So very different bans here as well. I think last game it was Mordekaiser that we saw in this final ban slot. Now we're seeing Gragas. Going to leave that Mordekaiser available, which I think is a decent red side blind. So I'm not sure entirely if they're going to commit to that. What the next draft pick is here. They've got mid and top still available for red side. Actually, for both sides.
Yeah, this is interesting. I think you have to give it to mid here. Although, I mean, it doesn't matter. They both were really proficient, right? However, both of what they played are taken off the table, and they will have the ability to counter one of them. So this is pretty good drafting from FBI here as well. Like, they're gonna trade a counter basically.
Yeah. And I think Outlaws will opt into picking mid and leave that top counter available. We saw what happened when they blinded the set. Oh my goodness, Yone coming through. That's some counter wombo.
Someone once told me if you ever want to win a game, draft the 5 champions you would least want to play against. And so far, they've at least got 2 of the 5 on the side of Outlaws. Lilia and Yone are on my top 5. Oh my god! Are they gonna do
That's
this?
Plead the Fifth subbed in. What happened?
Plead the fifth in what?
Heimerdinger is crazy, and I wonder. Okay, Mordekaiser is gonna come through. I like the Mord. I think if you're gonna have to blind a champ, it's pretty good. Nefarious is not getting picked. There's no way. It could. It could.
This would be pretty
insane.
gnarly if they went Nefiri. I'd love it a lot. Dogs, hype. Victor's gonna be instead. Okay, wave clear, safety, AP, follow. Victor's like I fit into any comp kind of guy.
Yeah, and I think again, they have a lot of tools, like you were saying, to disengage these fights, but also a lot more damage present in the team comp than last time. Victor isn't necessarily the safest of mid lane choices, but he has that damage. And in a situation where you have a lot of CC on the team, you've got that Varus ult to peel, and you've got Mordekaiser, who, when you're in a numbers disadvantage, he can just take someone away, and you've got a little bit of an easier time. I think you can pick things like the Victor. You can pick things like the Varus, and you feel a little bit better about it.
Ornn is a really interesting pick into Mordekaiser, though, because Mordekaiser can ult you out of your ultimate as soon as you cast it. It's no longer going to really affect anything because you can't knock it back into all of them. He can also grab you with the E. So he has some CC. He also has the ability to stand and skirmish with you, which a lot of people can't do that with Ornn. It's like the assassin tank of top lane. So this is a very interesting pick.
Yeah, and I think as well, the in my mind, the reasoning for the Ornn is we saw last game how strong that long range engage, the Lilia, bowling balls, the Ash arrows. Now they have an Ornn ultimate on top. They're able to find these picks. They were showing that execution, and they're seeing a much more accessible backline this game.
Oh no,
So
it is a genius pick for the comp. I mean, look at these. Ash shoots an arrow, Yone ults, Ornn ults, Lilia gets in there, everybody's stunned. I mean, their wombo is gnarly. But they also need to be present in lanes.
Yes, yeah. And what we saw last game actually was the opposite, right? We had a pushing mid lane, which I don't know that Yone is going to be, maybe early on, but like later, maybe not. And we don't really see that Tristana safety either. And flip-flop completely about the top matchup. This is, I think, very much in the favor of Mordekaiser.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
I would be surprised if Outlaws have the same early game performance that we saw last game. I think they're going to have pretty good pick in the late game, but I'm not even sure they have better team fight. So once again, FBI from the draft, I'm favoring a little bit.
I think I'm a big Wombo guy.
Maybe chat will take that.
I'm a big Wombo guy. I like the Wombo out of Nefarious Outlaws, but I do like the draft adaptations from FBI. I like that they didn't stay stagnant. The only repeat pick here is the Leona, and there was only, in the first round of bans, only one thing taken off the table that they played last game. So they had the opportunity to run a lot of things back. They said, no, that wasn't working. Let's change up how we're playing. I also am interested in our Dark Horse mid laner, Bridge Painter. What can they whip out? We saw the Flash Sombrero last game. We saw some big shockwaves. They're on a totally different champion. So how does their playstyle kind of develop and change? I'm also staring at Dechamp, who did nothing but hit R's over and over and over again last game. If he does that again this game, it's going to go Outlaws' way.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Outlaws have a lot of potential with just...
Uh-oh, you cut out for me, big dog.
You hit an Ornn ult on Victor, Yone is going to kill him, right?
Yeah.
Most of the time, Yone can just kill him. So, I don't know. I already put my money where my mouth is. It is on FBI this game.
All right. Chat. You made comments. I'm going to throw them out there. Ornn has a 46.9% win rate against Mordekaiser. So it is not a favorable matchup. But this is 5, so none of those rules apply. This is all about what is your communication like.
Yeah, you can pick Malphite into Mordekaiser in this league. It's
right.
Okay. You just have to hit the Malphite ults in the team fights and you can win.
True. And we also we saw what this dude did on set. And so now you can do the set engages from 30 feet back. So it's going to be a lot more fun. Oh, 10. Come on, Sammy.
Yeah, send it. How is Sammy here just like doing this to you and also playing the game? That's insane. Guy's got too many things going on. He's a surgeon or something, you know. He's like doing experiments on my friends, you know. Like that's too much. Sammy is the goat. Not sure. Not sure. You good there?
What are you on, by the way? What are you? Has anyone even made you do it?
No, no one's. Honestly, it's cool. You know, I'm just vibing here. Look, you got another one.
You know what, Wistom? I appreciate the hell out of the 5. Just for that, I'll do 6.
Okay, you better do that extra one though. That's a big one right there. Honestly, I'm pumped for this game. You know, I was just like, I'm looking at these lineups. It's 1-0 and FBI is not ahead, but
10.
they're
what
gonna
the
be
hell?
tied up after this game.
I just fit. What the hell?
Keep up, man.
Oh
Keep
my
up.
god. Okay, hang on, kids.
It's like you didn't even notice. It's been there for like a minute, man. Yeah, Outlaws won the first game. They are in a great position, one off of the back of what I would say is an extremely good Lilia performance from Angel, back on that champion in game 2. So we'll see how that goes. I think it's going to be pretty good. And FBI's got a lot to prove. They got to prove that they can deal with that after leaving it up through the draft in the second round. You done over there? I got 10 seconds to go as well.
Thank God, because I was getting. I mean, I don't know what you're having, but I'm having a burp. Hang on. It's tough. That is not an easy thing to do, and you know what else is not easy? Showing you the greatest commercials of all time. Remember the last time that he did this? Let's check out Schmecklegate.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today. A groundbreaking day in LBLCS legal history.
People would die without Schmeckles. People can't live their lives. They can't get food. They can't get corianders. How would you expect to live without a Schmeckle?
Schmecklegate. You saw it because you were there. The people were there. Mighty Fool sent money to a place it didn't need to go.
What people don't realize is just exactly how involved Dingus was in all of this.
The Mighty Fool played his hand, and I was one who benefited.
You thought you could get away with this?
I'm tired of pretending he's innocent.
And we are back. Thank you guys. Yeah, thank you for the monkey fire emoji. Yeah, that's the Schmeckle emoji, dude. People are betting Schmeckles on this game right now. You could bet Schmeckles too. It might not be safe because the Mighty Fool is in here, but thank you for the claps. Thank you for the claps.
I'm gonna make it killing.
Always put it on the hours when Mighty is in the casting department. Tsunami TV. Thank you for the follow.
Yeah, I made bank off that movie, man. Whew.
You made a lot of money off that movie. Yeah, you sold your rights right away, by the way. You said,
yeah,
I don't care about libel, I don't care about slander, I do whatever you want with my name.
Yeah, I mean, I've never done anything wrong in my life, but I would break the law again for that much money. Like,
Dongwater, you've been here a while. You know what Schmecklegate is? Oh, man. I mean, this is... What season was that, you think? 2, 3? I mean, we're at 13
it's a while
now.
ago.
It's like 10 seasons ago.
I'm pretty fuzzy on the details.
Well, we should get Dingus in here so you guys can really talk it out again, but the
has no
LCS
idea.
courtroom has been collecting dust.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I gotta switch those logos.
Sometimes I go back there for the nostalgia, you know.
I think Rescued actually was even. Has Rescued been here every single season? Is she OG? Is she like traditional OG?
She's like season 2 or yeah, maybe.
I think she might be original OG. Okay, interesting comment because it has nothing to do with the two teams playing. Sperm whales are the deep sea giants echoing through the oceans with their powerful clicks, diving into unimaginable depths in search of adventure and we prey. We are lurking. I like that. That's intense. They're around.
That's like kind of scary. I don't even know why, but whales are really big, you know?
Yeah. No, you're right. They are.
Have you seen one? They're really big.
Looks like it's going to be a 5-point here. We're at 25 seconds, 26 seconds. 5-point from both teams spread out here. Game 2. Week 1 here in Economy League.
I'm loving that they'll go and look at each other and just like do the stare down at the start. It's like a boxing match, you know?
Yeah, no, it is.
Oh, Rufu.
You're probably
No
way ahead
reaction
of
from
me. 46, 47?
Oh, yeah, way ahead, way ahead.
An hour ahead of me.
Tell me when you're in a minute.
I will. We're at 54 right now. There's Rufu putting the ward. Everyone just pinging for the gold. 58, 59, a minute and hit it.
All right, hit it.
Minions have spawned.
Yeah, that was crazy. Jordan just doesn't react at all. Just chilling in the bush.
Yeah, dude, he doesn't want to, like, you know, break the rules of the engagement here. He's like, you know what? No. Oh, by the way, Baba a jamming out to Slammy 2-slap if we've now declared Shu. I'm going to walk out with both of them here.
Eating this. Yeah, that's some first strike money right there. Rich Painter already ahead. I think this might suck, actually. Now that that damage came through, I think Shu is kind of in trouble.
Gordon got first blood last game. Let's see what happens in this one. Oh, I forgot to put up the coriander. All right, you say all the words. I'm going to put up the coriander.
Cat's never going to know who's winning now because they can't stare at the stream and know immediately. Shu is absolutely eating some damage here. This was a great pickup for Bridge Painter. The Victor absolutely slamming down his lane. Rufu actually getting the better of Torden so far on top, though. Unexpected turn of events for this matchup. Gary Orn, level 2, actually clapping. Torden goes down first blood.
Wow.
That's insane. Not what we thought would happen in the top side, as Rufu is absolutely clapping that top lane.
Yo,
level 2
not
advantage.
gonna lie, that is, this is level 2 gameplay right there. That is just strict. Uh-oh, Funny Dud not near his buddy. Damn, it was looking aggressive. Yeah, Sammy was looking aggressive as it gets right there.
Yeah, I was expecting the slammy, though. Right on the ground there.
I thought he was, too. Pick the slammy champ.
I'll make fun of him because I do that every single time. I am the worst Alistar on planet Earth.
Gordon getting so low again. This Ornn is oppressive, man.
Yeah, I'm wondering even how this is happening because it's just the Qs. It's literally Q, 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 and there's nothing Torden can do.
Trying to just weather the storm here is the only gold lead that's been generated is from that first blood kill. I will say, Diego immediately this time completely keeping up with the Lilia clear, just like you were talking about, going tit for tat, unlike last time.
Yeah, and I think Diego also, he probably won't want to do this, but it is like still better gank potential in the early game, I think. Lilia just not providing any CC till level 6. So we'll see if Diego can get the lead in the ganks while keeping up in the CS. Not slamming that time, going on Baba.
A lot of damage coming out.
That's all Alistar.
Funny Dud getting peppered in by the champ, who's now got the Q activated, and they're just going to slow him down. Having a 1/3 health and almost take him out there.
Good trade back, though.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, Lilia's lurking in the bush.
Well, she's not going to go in, though. She's just going to see what's going on in the jungle.
Yeah, not going to find much. All these camps were already secured. Ward did go down on the Krugs, though, and that is the first camp spawning. So might catch Bert walking back into the jungle, get that timing, that vision. Lilia lurking on the backside of the mid lane as well. not gonna see much as Bridge Painter is playing safe. That is a long range engage from Funny Dud.
Yeah, Zenith Blade connects, but it is not what they wanted. It's Funny Dud has to flash to safety. Is going to get taken down. Maybe one more auto. Yes, they are. Second kill goes over to NGO. They grab an early lead in this one.
Not quite the angle they wanted. Probably weren't ready for that kind of a range as well. And Rufu, this is more what we were expecting to see out of top lane.
Yeah, Torden just pushing in relentlessly, doing the damage to Rufu. Hi, Brikachu!
I just hope everyone has fun. So wholesome.
Very wholesome.
We are going to see Diego just taking a little pit stop in the bot side. I think they were aware of the location of Diego anyway because of that ward, so not a bad choice. Putting a little support where it is needed. Top lane is just brawling. Torden in a little trouble.
They're going to maybe
Not
find
able to
this
turn much
too.
back.
A couple more auto attacks might just do it. As Ornn is chasing him all the way back, but has learned the lesson about going underneath tower.
Yeah, and if Angel was just a little bit closer there, I could actually see the kill going through. But this is a different scenario. Rufu does not have the damage on that Ornn.
I like that Bridge Painter just stood there and took the damage and just dealt it right back. He says, I don't even care. Let's just fight.
The Viego's been going great, honestly, and we are seeing a smart reaction on the bot side. FBI is picking up the Drake. They did see Angel on the top side. Angel is getting away with some top camps as a result, so not totally lost on the trade. And I think they'll actually be pretty happy with this, because this will set Angel just a little bit ahead on the clear.
Well, we talked
Able
about
to
things
clear
to
these
look
out.
at, right? We look at Lilia, look at Ashe, see how the gameplay is going. Both of them are doing really well. Ashe has a kill. They're both up in CS against their lane opponents. They're doing really well. There's a significant gold lead here for NGO, and they have the momentum from winning game one. So, gotta keep it up. Torden's gonna be able to dodge that CC and dish a little bit of damage back onto Ornn, but he's the level down. He can't look for the full engage.
Yeah, and it's honestly, for Rufu, it's starting to get a little sketchy. We see Angel still in the area, maybe hoping to get a kill on top so they can clear out those grubs. We do actually see Sammy rotating up to the top side as well.
All in from Shu, maybe trying to hit him with both feet right here, kicking him all the way down. The ultimate's gonna go, and he is gonna get the kill. It's gonna be 3-0 for NGO. Bridge Painter does has teleport available, might go right back to the mid lane because Viego is stepping up to them over by the Void Grubs.
Yeah, solid execution there in the mid lane. Shu showing us that it's not just the Tristana, no longer the sleeper matchup either. We've seen a lot of action from the mid lane opponents here, as the grubs are going down. And nice clean execution. NGO get the solo kill in the mid lane, going for more. I don't know about this one.
Yeah,
Gonna be okay, just slinking out of there.
that is some greedy stuff, but an ultimate gonna be dropped down as Baba Jam actually got underneath the tower. A nice cleanse right there from the champ. Now gonna pepper damage onto the Varus. They both have to run away. The champ, the weak side warrior, as chat has dubbed him, gonna be able to hold on to that bot lane tower. No place taken.
I am shocked to see just how close that was to disaster for FBI's bot lane. They do manage to get out of there with just the loss of a few sums, but that was kind of a statement from the champ 1v2ing there.
Yeah, doing a really good job. Is down that CS, but massive play prevents from a different gold swing going to the side of FBI. So he's been coming up massive. Shu also pretty dominant against our Dark Horse Bridge Painter today. Can they actually dive in for a little bit more damage?
Friend.
Yeah, it's starting to get difficult to finish those.
Vertical gets
Angel's
knocked
here.
back.
Wise to flash there, I would say.
Yeah, saved his life.
You know, starting to get a little dicey. I think one thing we haven't talked about all series is the scaling game, and I think the Victor and Varus are better at that scaling game than we were seeing last game from FBI. So we could look for those major item completions as a way for them to kind of leverage the the game state and get a little bit claw back that gold lead.
I do think that the first Drake going in their books, really important, really big, especially for that scaling stuff that you're talking about, pushes that game to even later. But we saw no soul get taken last game. So
Yeah,
these guys
it didn't
can do it
matter
just
much
with
game
Baron.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I agree. I think we saw the same thing as well last game. Two Drakes going early over to FBI. Sammy was slammy once again. The arrow available, not coming out yet from the champ. Arrow from Varus did land, but on the tank.
Oh, Sammy 2-Stop gonna knock them both up right there. The
that's
Ash arrow
not
coming
good.
in. Good use of that. Can they stun him for a little bit longer? They can, but he will be going down. One kill will be a trade right here. Funny Dud now has to run for the hills. Does have flash available. Is he gonna be able to use it? He's not. It's a double kill for Ash. Single kill for the Leona.
Yeah, not a bad trade there, to be honest, but in the right place at the right time was Angel to help finish that off. Secures the 3-0 start for Ash in the beginning of this game. And you were saying that last game, this Ash was a menace. We are seeing an even better start, I think, for the champ in this one.
Yeah, the champ comes full circle with that 360 in their name, and they're back in this one again ahead. Vertical going to be taking his red buff right now, but he's kept up with the CS.
Yeah, and I think that's another area where we could see a little bit more power coming through. We talked about maybe lacking damage in the draft last game from FBI. This game, definitely not. There's a lot of carry potential from multiple positions, and we get behind in bot lane, it's okay. Look to, Bridge Painter, look to Vert, even look to Torden, who is keeping even in the CS. Unfortunate early death, but here we go, though. Baba.
Thank you for the follow as the engage happens. They're going to find a lot of damage on a Funny Bud, but oh my goodness, Varus is already out of the equation. It's a 4v2 now as Funny Dud runs for the hills. Does have flash available, is able to dodge the Sammy 2-slap hit. Going to burn the flash right there, try to just walk it out with his W up. The champ can't find the damage, but he does find 4 kills early in this game.
Yeah, and this is kind of what we're talking about. That long-range engage, and as long as there is a Yone anywhere in the vicinity, that's probably a kill. So, unlucky that it went on to Baba, who had no flash and no cleanse. Just the right target for that play. They are rewarded with the Drake 1-1 now, and this is so annoying. Shu is just absolutely playing with his food, and Bridge Painter cannot respond to those slinky little plays. Jumping in, bouncing out.
Torden in just a meatball fight with Ornn up there. No one is going to be going down. The engage right down here in the bot lane, but the ultimate is not going to connect on the right target. Now over here, Bridge Painter also taking so much damage. One more Q might be able to secure the pop with the E, and it does. Second kill going over to Yone. Diego is picking up some bow grubs. He dodged it with a W. You watch that? That is... Oh, what a flash! He's insane! Oh, he can't get the Q off in time. Torden not quite rewarded the way he wanted to be as Diego falls asleep in the pit. And the previous year's champs are sweeping the floor with FBI right now.
Yeah, I thought there was a lot of potential with this draft. I still think there is. But they are struggling through this early game. Absolutely losing in every single lane. And there are avenues back into this, but it's going to take some coordinated efforts at this point. I don't think they can take these skirmish fights. I don't think they can take these one-on-ones. It's going to be coordinated picks and some absolutely premier team fighting.
Mitigate the damage threats. Don't step up to this Shu. He's looking to step up to you. And just CS, get your items, try to make the fights happen when you have vision control. Funny Dud trying to get some of that vision control right now, though, and he's going to get caught out by the champ. Here comes a Hex Flash over the wall from Alistar. He's going to find the WQ combo, and Slammy is going to take him down.
Nah, Sammy, you can't do him like that. That was a really smart Hex Flash, by the way, just knowing the distance there. Because it's difficult to use that that well, but able to actually gain time using a Hex Flash chase.
Now Torden's gonna see that the deer has roamed up here to bother him, but here comes Viego, and they're finding damage on the same target right now, but here comes all of the damage from Lilia, and she is just peppering it all in. It might be Ornn that falls down first, and it is. They can grab him right here as well. Okay, a step back into the game is to stay alive. Yone also on his way up here. Bridge Painter doing his job, keeping him at bay, saying, do not cross this water. I'm the Bridge Painter.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Bridge Painter's probably a little stronger there. The arrow gonna go wide, not finding a target on the top side. Shot cross the map. The champ feeling it a little bit. And this is definitely one of the avenues back into the game. Burt making a play on the top side, able to support Torden in that matchup. And they do find the kill under Rufu. They are maybe gonna get this Herald on top. looking a little dicey.
It is a little deceptive that, you know, they're down 4K at 14 minutes. They're still able to win a 2v2. You know, look at where the gold is allocated. So much of it is on that Ashe. So when you take away the amount that she has ahead, it's actually not that big of a gold lead at all.
Yeah, and one of the places that we saw a pretty sizable gold lead in the last game that we aren't quite seeing it now is that jungle matchup. So even though the scary Lilia was in that fight, it really didn't hurt quite as much.
Right.
And great job keeping up in items from Vert. We see item completions for both junglers, a little bit ahead, I think, for Lilia, but they did secure that Herald on top. So, along with all the team gold, I think that makes sense.
Yeah, they're going to have to use it effectively here, make sure that they can knock down a tower like they did last time. They were able to take down that mid tower. Victor, despite being 0-2-0 right now, is only down 6 CS, has held on to his mid tower, and he has teleport available, although he is walking away from it right now.
Yeah, and I love that Torden just is going for every single one of these fights. This top lane matchup has been so fun to watch. These guys just want to brawl.
Hey, he's got that Rylai's finish, and he's just here to slap him.
Yeah, so getting a little sketchy, the health getting low against the Assassin Ornn.
Oh, he does finds the
beautiful
Zenith
flash.
blade over the wall. They can use it. He's going to actually drop the ultimate. Shu going to drop the ultimate to get away, but he's going to connect onto him right away. It's going to be a takeover right there as Torden is now fighting Ornn in the realm, and a massive ultimate is going to connect onto 3 of them. Can Torden finish off the kill from the top lane? He can. 4-11 goes to the score, but Angel dropping a bomb on him down here by the Dragon Pit as they're fighting for control over the next Drake coming up. The Hextech Drake coming up soon. Buddy done 9-9. Unfortunately, they found... Oh! There's only one way to get out, and that makes 100%. He lives.
Yeah, some really good flashes in that fight. I thought Shu might have been a little safer than they ended up being, going over the wall there. Really clean Zenith Blade, and Funny just gets across to finish them off. But that's fighting back and clawing some gold into their pockets from FBI. This is not as cleanly executed as we saw last game from NGO, and I think that they might be in a little bit of trouble if they continue down that path.
They can grab this next dragon and continue to push this lead without giving these uh-oh. Sammy 2-Slap might be in some trouble. They've moved Torden down here to fight with them, but here comes Angel, here comes the champ. This is where all their gold is, and okay, on the backside, Viego maybe looking for something. Sammy 2-Slap's gonna drop that ultimate. One is already getting it down. Now they're going in on the back line here. Here comes Bridge Painter as well. Gonna drop the ultimate for Shu in the realm. Can he come in right now? A massive engage right here is gonna do a lot of damage. Victor peppering the damage on the backside. Varus picks up another kill. 6-12 goes the score. As Funny Dad trying to block for Bridge Painter, but he's taking all the damage from Ashe. She's so fed. They're gonna flash forward from Torden. Can they finish off the chip? There's the cleanse. It doesn't matter. They kept their ADC safe, but maybe not from Shu as he steps up trying to take him down. A nice E, but it doesn't matter. The full turn from FBI as they bust down the door of the Outlaws.
And that is the coordinated play that we need to see from FBI to bring this back. The gold lead still exists, but it is shrinking quickly. Drake gonna be the reward, 2 alive, and a lot of kills traded back over.
So Sammy
You see
2-Slap, don't
Sammy?
care. Sammy coming in. He's looking for something, but maybe it's a little too much. He might be biting off more than he can chew. It's 4 now over the walls.
That is so funny from Sammy. Just walking in there, just wants to see it happen, you know? Not really concerned with stealing any Drakes or getting any kills. Wanted to know.
I will say, Torden showed up in that fight. Like,
Huge.
absolutely massive flash Q onto Angel, massive plays the entire time, protected the ADC. Baba Jam, as we saw last game, has really good positioning. He's able to pick up a couple of kills in that fight, and Torden didn't even lose top tower. He's back up here to help defend it.
Yeah, and chasing after Rufu, gonna have a lot more damage now. And this is danger zone for the Ornn, has to just run away, tail between the legs. But look!
Also gonna get dropped. Here comes the ultimate from Shu, but now they're underneath tower, and he's stunned up, and he is taken down. That's gonna be a massive pickup right there, as now they're going in with it. It's still available for him to pick up if he wants it. He might be looking at it. Can he snap back? He can't. Baba, can you get the kill? Yes, you can. Now you're alone against 2 under tower, just trying to pepper in the damage. It's not gonna matter as they lose that skirmish. 3-2. Victor's still down in the bot lane.
Yeah, not to be outdone is the champ. Reigning king of the 80 carry still in this game, 8-1-4. And they are going to get that mid turret traded off. I think Victor clearing the bottom. Rift Herald, though, here to secure another if they're able.
Yeah, the champ should be able to do the damage. He's just rocking that damage with the Q into the tower. That's going to be a double tower trade for 1. Now the gold lead's still only 3.3-ish K.
Yeah, no, it's very, very close still. And I think a big point of contention moving forward, we are seeing these top laners continuously opting to stay in a side lane. Ornn is going to have to be very careful. Because we've talked about how this matchup is pretty Mordekaiser one-sided. We're going to see that gold advantage start to creep up on this matchup. You know, even gold, it'll be good for Mort.
Yeah, this is definitely a different game. Last game we saw once NGO got the lead, they kept the lead. This game we are seeing the push back from FBI. They're able to knock down these doors, maybe find Sammy. There goes the Zenith Blade. Vertical trying to find some damage onto him as well as they get knocked back. Funny Dead also so tanky this time with that Warmogs.
Yeah, Funny Dead was pretty tanky last game as well. Just a lot more damage coming from NGO than we're seeing right now. That being said, Lilia is starting to get toward that second. Oh, Slammy. Oh, Slammy.
Slammy's now taking a lot of damage. He's going to be the first one to fall in this fight. They have the Lilia stunned up. That's a 2 for 0. And now it should be the mid lane tower, but they have no minions to help him get it.
Yeah, and questionable decisions were made. I was getting kind of worried that Shu was pushing the bot side.
Here's my concern right now. Ornn has ultimate.
Yeah.
Yone has
Aaron
ultimate.
still.
Ash has ultimate. They could look to just fight this right now. And speaking of the ultimates, they're all getting dropped at once. They're going to find Leona first. They're going to find some damage onto the rest of them as Vertical has to flee the scene. He's trying to trade damage onto him, but he can't kill him. It's currently a 3 for 0 and a 5v3. And Torden, can he finish off Shu? He puts him in the Death Realm. Bridge Painter has no mana over the wall, and Torden's actually losing the fight. Can he finish him off? He misses the Q! And it's a 4 for 0 in the 3v5.
That's absolutely brutal. And very ambitious, I think, to go for the Baron. It is going to go back the other way to NGO. And I like we talked about early on. This is a lot about momentum. Can you swing the game in your favor? And just pull.
Just so much.
The bungle of the mid lane play. Sammy being Slammy. And they are unfazed. They go back right in, have the ultimates available, have the item spikes on those champions to make that play.
And we're back up to a 5k lead, but Drake up in 50 seconds. So we saw the last one go to the side of FBI. They currently have 2. They're stalling out this game, but last game we saw NGO be able to end it just with Baron. So I do think it's really important if you can get that 3rd dragon, if you can really push this game to its limit, it's like you have to come in on us under our towers with that Baron to beat us.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think as well, the flip side of that is we talked about scaling a little bit. Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Lilia doing so much damage. Varus never able to move. And Baba John going to be knocked all the way back to the fountain, and Funny Does get to join him.
Yeah, and this is a little payback, I think, from Slammy. Feeling kind of down after that last play. Has to right the wrong. The champ with a nice arrow, and the follow-up is there. Rich Painter is in trouble,
He is feeling the assassin tank all over his body.
Yeah. Good trade back, though. Honestly, just unable to keep up with the damage.
Oh, dear. Nice flash.
Oh, the dear.
Creates the separation.
Scary moment there, as we do actually see Viego is securing that Drake. And the point I was trying to get to before we got all this crazy action is the scaling is pretty good for FBI, so if they can hit that soul on top of all of it, their late game looks insanely good, but they do have to get there. We're going to see it is...
He took it, by the way.
Yeah, he got it.
He's stuck in the back there.
He's out?
He
is out.
He's out. He got it. He's out. Yes, they lost a bunch, but they did not lose it in him, and yes, they have 3rd dragon.
I'm telling you, they make it to like 29, 32-ish minutes, somewhere in that range. They might just be unstoppable.
I also love the idea that FBI does like covert missions. Like he just snuck the dragon right there. Uh-oh.
Yeah, they're like infiltrating the Outlaws.
Yes, their base.
Hideout.
Yeah. Bridge Painter here to help fight, and a lot of stun damage. The Zenith Blade is going to connect, but Bridge Painter can't follow with that speed. It's Vertical trying to just deal with Shu and his teammates down here in the bot lane.
Yeah, not a lot of wave clear in this duo, so they're gonna need a little assistance coming from the team pretty soon, or they will be overrun in their base. Baron minions, not the easiest thing for Mordekaiser to
Now,
kill.
Horn items are coming out, and now they've got numbers right here. Sammy 2 Slap seems to
Oh,
be the target at
Sammy's
least to
trouble.
start. Funny Duck trying to just frontline. Here comes the Orn Horn, though. Can he drop it onto a lot of them? He drops it onto 3 of them.
Oh,
Papa
it's
drops on
huge.
the wrong side of the ball. Can't have one with the fight. 1 for 0 so far for the Outlaws. 2 for 0, but now Victor is here, and look at that damage
dead.
going down on him. They can't get Shu, though. And DeChamp is in the vicinity, taking them all down. Bridge Painter trying to run for the hills. Funny Doug trying to do the same thing. Gonna drop a little bit of damage. Gonna drop an ultimate to give him some speed. He doesn't connect with the Ash.
What?
Can he get out of here? Good damage right there. Bridge Painter's gonna be able to do a little bit more. Zenith Blade's not gonna be able to connect, but now they have an in route right to the Nexus. People only up in 15 seconds. Can they look to end this game right now, or will they push a little bit longer? Massive ultimate from the champ right there, trying to block, but Funny Doug can't keep him alive.
Brutal.
This might be game, but we have a couple up. 3 are up. 3 are up. We've seen a 3v5 before, and yes, it was the other team going the other way, but now they're looking for an engage. Or not going to get pulled back, not going to get stunned up right there, and they look for a Zenith Blade maybe to connect outside of the base. Has to be so careful in this one right now. It's tense. FBI on the back foot.
Yeah, the only upside, they bought enough time running around the base to actually get some people up and survive. But it is looking kind of dire now. They've got an open bot side of the map all the way up through mid. That's probably not going to amount to much, that arrow, and Sammy's walking it out. This is rough. And just looking at this Ash, I mean...
Yeah. Oh, Funny Duck might be getting caught right now, too. Let's get the Ignite dropped on him, so
Yeah,
that's
I
not going
think
to be
they-
available.
They have to group if they want to go for that fight. But they do still have the Secret Agent Man pushing through the bot camps. Maybe looking for an angle
I think
somewhere
it
else in the map.
has to be vertical that goes for the secret covert ops. Gets the 4th Drake, because the reigning champs with their current champ are just way too strong with these Orn items now coming in.
Yeah, and it's a difficult position, especially because they can see the light at the end of the tunnel. They're 3 Drakes out of 4, very close to the soul. Soul point is available, and I think their item completions are also very close. But it's just the gold deficit has kind of built into this monumental wall for them. Getting over that is a struggle.
Vertical has
To
a
say the
vertical, but maybe
least.
not
Looks
enough to
like-
get over that wall you're talking about. Zenith Blade connects onto the right target, but no one is there to back up Funny Dud as the rest of the team converges. Almost a dodge right there for Papa John, but not quite enough as he is going to go all the way down. And Bridge Painter just trying to do some damage onto this Orn. He is going to get the 3-man connection, and it is going to be all over for FBI as NGO run through him.
Yeah, much better game 2. But unfortunately, the reigning champs will reign supreme in this series. A massive performance from DeChamp. Off to a really good start in the early game. A lot of help as well from Angel and, of course, Sammy 2 Slap. But just very clean execution overall in the series. NGO has to be the team to watch in this league.
For sure, but a great litmus test for the side of FBI coming in here first season. Fighting against the champions to start is pretty intense.
Yeah. If there's something that will test your team, it is playing the previous season champions. And I think they did a good job. I liked their drafts. I liked some of the execution. It's just a matter of cleaning up some team play and having maybe a little bit more of an idea for like shifts and focus and team identity between games.
Yeah.
But overall, I'd be pretty proud of that performance, especially, individually, like team play aside, individually, I think they all played pretty well.
It was definitely a good game. It is very funny that Ev Dingus never joined us. I cannot wait to blow up his DMs. If you want your DMs blown up, remember to message me for, obviously, all the goblin sounds that we had for you tonight. We do have special guests coming in for a little bit of a post-game breakdown with the bot lane and the support from NGO, who took it in 2. The champion on that Ash, and Sammy, who we started to call Slammy 2 Slap on that Alistar, guys. Congrats on the win. How you feeling?
Pretty good, pretty good. Very well, especially coming into the season as regular champ, reigning champs, and starting with a whole new team, and the
Now,
whole team pulled their part today.
yeah, DeChamp, I know that you got 2 games here on this champion. Although I'm not sure, just because it was streamed, how many more you're gonna get. Do you want to talk about how on fire you were with the Ashalts, or should we talk about the fact that Sammy made you play it twice?
Yeah, Sammy. No.
Whoa. It wasn't even my plan, so.
No, you just say, hey, you guys are fighting at Grubs? Here, have an Ashel. Oh, it hit. Cool.
Yeah, dude, you hit like 80% of everything you threw out, and you threw it out on cooldown, dude. You were all about starting those engages. 13, 1, and 10, probably MVP of the series. How you feel about that?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Showing off my rank. No.
Showed off my rank.
Nice, yeah.
Definitely some DeChamp fans now in the chat too. Anything? I don't expose too much, guys, but do you want to maybe give those fans a little bit of taste of what they might see in the future?
Just pay the Tarek tax.
I might come in here with a draft question as my own. Actually, we saw a little bit of a shift game 1 to game 2. I know you guys are probably cooking some other strategies that I don't want you to reveal. But tell me a little bit about your thought process. Were you surprised to see the Lilia again? What exactly were you thinking?
I honestly was surprised to see the Lily again. Because I was like, I figured Ash and Lilia would have been banned for that second game, but they weren't. So it was just
Yeah, repeat.
get the core of the team again and do what we did last game.
Yeah, flesh it out with the yell and flesh it out with the Ornn. Now, Sammy, I don't know how vocal everyone is in the calls. Can you just walk me through game 1, first blood that actually went over to Torden, who was on Renekton against the set? You want to just walk over what happened in comms when he went underneath tower?
That was just him doing his own thing. Rufru, he's a mad lad.
Okay.
Yep.
So he just is someone you gotta watch through the series.
Did he make any noises when he died, or what was
Nope. He was quiet as can be.
Dead
First blood. What? I don't know.
Not the vibe we were getting watching the game. Just saying. Anything but quiet in the gameplay.
He just avoided saying anything to us. I was like, "You want to talk about it?" And he's like, "Nope."
I will say, LBLCS all about loving other teams and doing stuff. I know this team pretty brand new to the league. Yes, they maybe have 1 or 2 players that have played here before, but as a whole, they're brand new. Any shout outs you want to give to their team or anybody that you thought played really well from them?
Well, I think Funny Dude, I think has played in LBLCS.
Yep,
he played with me. He played with me.
Oh yeah, we've talked about this. So
I played 3 seasons with him.
But Funny Dude is a great support. They almost took advantage of the times I left lane.
Yep.
So it was a matter of the champ being safe. But I think Funny Dude and Babajam, which was the ADC, they did well in lane, especially in the early parts of the lane. Since I'm not that great on Alistar.
Yeah.
So
we won't talk about any missed WQ combos. We're not going to talk about any of them. We didn't see too many. We're not going to clip them all and make a montage. Don't worry about that. I will say, though, I was worried about Ashe at one point in game 2. Both Funny Dud and Baba Jam were coming right at him. He was able to hold off on the tower, prevent them from taking anything, and basically stop the lead that they were starting to garner. Also, we saw them in game 1 get a little bit of a lead on you guys, but you were able to pull it back. Was there any worry early in game 1 when they got the gold lead?
It wasn't worry. It's just like, okay, just focus up. Don't make the same mistake again. Let's just make sure what we're doing, get some wards up, and get ready to back in the fight.
All right, well, congrats on the 2-0 win. You're all set for week 1. I wish you good luck in week 2. Anything you guys want to say to your fans before you sign off?
Thank you guys for coming back for NGO. I know we're not the Omens again, but we're representing the Omens as the Outlaws now, and we're looking to go back-to-back this season.
All right, I love it. Not many teams have ever done it, if any. You have to listen to that podcast to find out exactly what is going on. And Mighty Fool, I know you were playing It Takes Two to Tango. I've been playing It Takes Two to Tango. I think we sent him out with the Coriander clip.
All right.
Can you maybe just Takes Two to Tango with me same time? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Takes Two to Tango. Oh, God damn it.
Takes two to.
Let's try one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
It works better when Evan.
A six-pack of beer is just a six-pack of beer. But a six-pack of coriander? Now that's something to celebrate. Carefully crafted with one main ingredient, one signature flavor, coriander transcends hops and malted barley. And with our new easy-to-open bottles, you'll be able to slug down a sixer faster than you could ever want to. So grab a friend and raise a glass to craftsmanship, because a coriander shouldn't be enjoyed alone. It's the only beverage of true refreshment. Coriander beer. It takes two to tango.